These are the highlands surrounding Fort William and Glencoe, two stunning areas of Scotland filled with towering Munros, beautiful glens, deep lochs, big waterfalls and epic roads. If you're new around here, we're Jack and Joe, that's our scruffy hitchhiker Frank, and this is Big P, our home on wheels which is taking us on adventures to wild places all over the UK and mainland Europe. Join us in this video as we take a road trip around the Highlands of Scotland. We ride ski lifts and gondolas up to snowy mountain peaks, drive epic single track roads, hike to Scotland's second highest waterfall, and more. If this sounds like your kind of adventure, then come along with us for these wild journeys in the Scottish Highlands. Hello and welcome back. We are parked up in a very scenic lay-by with some beautiful views of mountains. We're by a loch, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, called Loch Lochy, which is quite a funny name really. So good that they named it twice, but it's just a little bit further down from Loch Ness. And we're about to spend the next few days exploring the West Highlands. We're going to head over to Fort William and Glencoe, get in some hikes. It's the 1st of March, so the weather is changing. It's a little bit warmer, but it's also a little bit wetter. But that's not going to stop us from exploring Scotland at a beautiful time of the year. We're going to finish our hot drinks and then we're going to hit the road. By Loch Lochy onto Mount Mountain. First stop on this trip to the West Highlands is up to the top of the mountain, but we're not going to hike, we're going to take a gondola. We're at the Nevis range and this should be pretty cool. We're up and we're on the gondola. Would you love more than climbing up mountains, Joe? Going on gondolas up to the top of the mountains so you don't have to walk up them. Can't believe how different the day is compared to kind of half an hour ago when I didn't really see the point of going up the gondola because I didn't think there was going to be a view. But now I think there's going to be a view. Oh, look at the views. Snow up there. Yeah. This is 2 viewpoints you can hike to when you get here. We're going to do both. They're not big walks. Half an hour that way and back. So an hour. And apparently 20 minutes one way to another viewpoint that way. We got very lucky with the cloud. I really don't think we're going to see anything. Look at it. Wow. The mountain gondola had whisked us up 650 metres in elevation, close to the snowy peaks of the nearby mountains of the Nevis range, including the shoulder of Ben Nevis, the UK's highest mountain. In good conditions, from the first viewpoint we can see across to Fort William and the Lochs. At this viewpoint, however, our luck with the weather started to change, with a big batch of cloud and wind coming in. However, we persevered to the second viewpoint, which afforded views back towards Loch Lochy, where we started our day. Great day up on the gondola. We've now got a little park up, well, a little corner of this massive car park. It's £15, I think, for the parking for the day and to overnight. And yeah, I think we're gonna chill out. So fingers crossed we get some good weather tomorrow, because we've got a really exciting hike to get on. So yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow morning. Come on, Joe, let the view in. We woke bright and early the next day, and we swiftly hit the road on our way to seek out Scotland's second highest waterfall. Okay, so we started our walk. You can actually go a bit closer to the waterfall that we're walking to if you're under 3 tons. But Big P's a big gal. She's a 4 ton. So we've had to add on an extra like 2 miles. But it is beautiful. You'd like basically walk through, I think it's called Glen Nevis. Kind of a big valley surrounded by the Nevis range. Really, really beautiful. There's not many people about. Look at it. And look at the mountains behind us. Really nice. As you can see, Frank has found a stick and has decided that he wants to hike at least a little bit of the walk with it. Look at him. After getting to the weight-restricted car park, the walk to Steall Waterfall follows a cliff path with stunning views, with Steall Waterfall appearing in glimpses in the distance. After a few hundred metres, the cliff path then opened up to a wider valley, with expansive views of the waterfall tumbling from the mountain in the distance. For the final section of the hike, and to get closer to the bottom of the waterfall, there's a sketchy cable bridge crossing. Plunging 120 metres, Steall Waterfall is Scotland's second highest waterfall, and in Gaelic means the white spout. So that was about 11 kilometres back. Took us about 3 hours altogether, but we did take our time taking photos. I think we're going to grab a hot drink, have some lunch, and then work out whatever we're doing for the rest of the day. But thankfully, it hasn't rained. Hasn't rained, Joe?
Huh?
It hasn't rained.
No, it hasn't rained.
Oh, I thought you'd be more excited by that.
It hasn't rained!
So we've made our way over to Glencoe, and we've actually decided to treat ourselves with a campsite for a couple of days, just whilst we've got our working week. And we've chosen this one called Invercoe. It's actually super scenic and beautiful. Just look at the views here. It's incredible. It was 35 quid for the night, electricity included, so we're just gonna bang on the electric heater as well, you know, get our money's worth. But sometimes it's nice to splash out on a nice campsite. Glencoe is a place full of dramatic mountains, rare beauty and haunting history in the heart of the Highlands. The mountains here were formed through violent volcanic eruptions millions of years ago and then sculpted by massive glaciers. We spent our working week here splitting our time between the shores of Invercoe and the tree-lined hills of Outtro, an area managed by the National Trust. From here you can walk through a nearby forest, hike to the location of Hagrid's Hut, as well as visit the National Trust Centre to learn more about the history of the region, including the infamous Glen Coe Massacre of 1692. For our week here we experienced cloudy days and rainy ones, but also days where the mountain valley views looked spectacular. Soon our working week was done and it was time to search out more scenic parts of this stunning section of the Highlands. Okay, we've started driving down to Glen Etive now. Single track roads, I think for 12 miles, where hopefully it's a little bit less busy than up there. It was super busy, but I suppose it's because on the side of a really busy road. But look at these views, oh my God, just both sides. Just incredible. Look at this one ahead of us, ridiculous. Glen Etive Road is a scenic single-track road in the Scottish Highlands that goes through Glen Etive to the heart of Loch Etive. It's also famously known as the Skyfall Road, due to parts of the Bond film being filmed here. This 12-mile road is peak Scotland, with mountains, moorland, lochs and huge skies. Visiting in off-season, the road was also relatively quiet, meaning we could take our time and enjoy following the end of the road towards the beginning of the loch. got to the loch, some beautiful views of the reflection, and now some rain's coming in. So I actually think we're going to maybe drive a little bit back on ourselves to a flatter park up that we drove past. But really beautiful here. If we wanted to, there's a really nice spot to stay in a tent. But Joe thinks we won't stay in the tent because we'd have to put it down and it'd be wet.
That's literally the only reason why
The only reason.
Honestly,
Not
I would
that-
love to. Where would we drive the tent? That's the only reason.
The only reason, apparently, as to why we're not going to camp and we're going to stay in our camper van, in our luxurious camper van. So we've driven maybe 5 minutes further back up the road. Much flatter here, still beautiful view. So I think this will be our park up for the night. Frank's got a treat, if you can hear him chomping. You got a treat, buddy? And Joe's getting a hot chocolate on the go, so we can enjoy this view. And we've got the back grate open because it is that beautiful. After an incredibly calm night's sleep and a morning spent listening to birdsong, we hit the road once more to make the most of what would look like a good day of weather. And as we drove back along the scenic Glen Etive road, we interrupted an impressive stag party. 3, 4 stags. There's loads. It's amazing. Look at them.
So many.
So many. Watch out, guys.
Everyone keeps feeding them. So well.
Wow. We rocked up to Glencoe Ski Centre. We can overnight in the car park for donation. But we weren't just here for a scenic car park, we were here for the ski lift to what we hoped would be a big view. Awesome. Oh. You got the dog?
Yeah.
Dog okay?
Yeah.
Got that down. We're up. Nice little swing. You guys alright?
Well, this is an unexpected fun thing to do. We're swinging so much.
This is a bit more ancient of a chairlift than the one in the Dolomites.
Yeah, you're okay.
You're
guys,
good?
no
Frank's
problem.
okay? Glen Coe chairlift. You can stay in that car park down there. We just quickly banged it in, but it's quite uneven. So we'll see. But this is going to be pretty cool. Hopefully it's going to brighten up, but we'll enjoy the views nonetheless. Look at that. And dogs ride for free, don't they, Frank?
He's not sure. He's not scared, but he's not sure.
I think he's all right. He's used to this now.
Yeah, he's doing quite
You know, Frank is as happy as we are not to have to hike the whole way up.
It wouldn't be too bad of a hike. It's just a very
Yeah.
steep summit.
We are going up into the cloud though. Whoa! I mean, this is pretty epic though. Look at this! Look at this waterfall. Might start a petition for chairlifts to just be put everywhere. Mount Everest, chairlift. What other famous mountains are there? Just chairlift them all.
Kinabalu, chairlift.
Kinabalu, chairlift.
Kilimanjaro, chairlift.
I'm kidding. Obviously, there is a beauty in hiking mountains. Oh,
So do you know, kind of in a cloud.
we're in a cloud. But the cloud will hopefully pass. Or we'll go above the cloud. Incredible views at the top.
See for miles.
You can see for miles, visibility is amazing. You can just see, it just isn't showing up very well on the camera actually, but
The camera's got.
yeah.
It's not us for coming up and not checking the webcam.
Probably should have checked the webcam. Although the cloud, no, because you could see the mountains. The cloud started coming in as we were going up. But anyway, it is what it is.
We're having a lovely coffee.
The views, yeah, having a lovely coffee without a view. But the views as we were coming up the chairlift are pretty incredible. If you do come here and you can actually see the view, please send me a picture. I'd love to know what it looks like. But I think we're just going to get the chairlift back down. And maybe find a low level hike, maybe with less clouds. £10 for the night. The Bridge of Orchy. Do you like how I rolled my tongue? Orchy, or Bridge of Orchy, who knows? Probably the first one, or maybe not. It's an amazing view, right by a river. That there is a pub, which we are going to go enjoy an afternoon pint in. Cheers. A good week exploring Glencoe. Just realised I didn't film an ending to that video, but I think it's safe to say that things have got even better since we left the Highlands. We are now on the Isle of Mull. That's our kitchen window. We've had some incredible sunshine, but that will have to wait for another video. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, put a comment below because it helps the discoverability of it. Give it also a thumbs up, and we'll catch you on the next adventure to the Isle of Mull. See you later.